Recording. Okay. So on behalf of the marketing and management section of IFLA, we would like to say thank you for joining us and agreeing to share your thoughts and experiences as a library manager. We would like to start our interview by giving you an opportunity to introduce yourself.
Well, selamat sejahtera kawan-kawan sekalian. Hao. Hello everyone. Greetings from Singapore. I am Cheng from the National University of Singapore, in short, NUS. I'm the University Librarian of NUS, and I oversee 8 libraries and a large digital library, providing access to more than 2.8 million print and electronic books and journals to more than 56,000 students, academics, researchers, and other staff. I have been a librarian since 1981 and have held project and functional lead positions since I started as a young rookie librarian. Since 1995, I held key leadership positions such as head of serials department, followed by head of technical services, and then as the deputy director of resources, before becoming the university librarian in 2014. Well, NUS is always evolving, and I'm happy that our librarians are receptive to trying new technologies, tools to offer blended learning and digital services. For instance, our new toy, the immersive 360 visualization suite.
Great. So what are some of the unique challenges that you face in managing your library?
Well, like many university librarians, I have my fair share of challenges, such as diminishing operating budget, reduction in staffing and frozen positions, space constraints, lack of visibility for the library profession, how best to reskill the library teams, how best to demonstrate value and relevance, and the list goes on. Well, despite all the best efforts we put in to meet the evolving needs of the community, it is never enough. So we need to continuously transform to stay relevant. In the last 3 years, I had the rare opportunity, and thanks to funding from the university, to modernize 3 libraries at the same time. So each library presented its set of unique challenges, and renovating 3 libraries at the same time is in itself unique. So for instance, the Central Library, which is the largest library that serves several faculties, remained open, and the renovation was staged in 4 phases for the 6 floors. So the renovation work started in 2018, and it was finally completed in October last year. So from conceptualization in 2017 to writing papers and making presentations to the senior management for support and funding, to designing the brief, working with the architects, contractors, the estate office, and many, many more. There were issues which had to be dealt on a regular basis. So there was also the challenge of decanting and moving people and collections at different stages of the renovation. And then, as we all know, COVID hit, and the closure of floors for renovation and reduction of reading areas available to students due to safe distancing measures added to existing challenges. However, with careful planning, I think with all projects, project management is very, very important. We were able to overcome issues or reduce the inconvenience caused. So staying nimble at times like this is more important than ever. For the second library, the medical and science library, which when completed will bring 2 libraries together. They had their issues as well. Renovating an old prefabricated building, which used to be the Faculty of Dentistry, and converting it to a library, well, the structure needed strengthening. So the reinforcement of structural support, and again, COVID delayed the project. So the good thing was that the service was not affected because the two libraries continued to operate while the new combined library is being renovated. So again, here planning is key. The consolidation of services and staffing will increase efficiency, no doubt. However, the unique challenges in planning the operations of new library was deciding what and which collection to move over to the OpenStax, since we have to downsize. So like everybody else, libraries all over the world, we have to downsize the collection and make space available for other purpose, repurpose the space for students, for new technologies, etc. So that was a huge problem for us, downsizing to less than 10% of the total collection. There was also questions like how best to intershelf the medical journals, which were currently shelved by titles, while the science collection, which like the rest of the libraries, use the Library of Congress classification. So again, and questions like when and how best to transfer the rest of the collections to central storage, planning ahead for what furniture can be reused if the sum tendered was higher than the budget allocated. So these are the issues that crop up, and as we are planning the whole process, we have to constantly negotiate and constantly consult the architects to make sure that the project was not delayed further.
Right. So what skills would you encourage emerging managers to develop to be successful?
Well, at NUS, the executives, including our librarians, we are fortunate. The university provides training for emerging managers to develop skills in data literacy and basic artificial intelligence through two courses, the data literacy program and the artificial intelligence competency course. So emerging managers, they need to develop skills in data literacy and AI to help them understand how to use data to tell stories and support decision-making. So understanding AI will help emerging managers to understand how AI is being used and can be deployed in offering library services as well. I would also encourage emerging managers to deepen two sort of major soft skills: cross-disciplinary functional approach to teamwork and innovation, leveraging emerging technologies and applications to develop or improve services. Having said that, we can't forget that communication and critical thinking skills are the cornerstones or the foundation for effective leaders. Yeah.
So what management skills are you currently developing or learning?
I continue to sharpen my skills in strategic planning and budget optimization. At this stage of my career, I am spending more time mentoring and transferring my knowledge and skills to emerging managers, equipping them with the right skills to ensure that they are able to move forward, to innovate and transform library services.
Good. So what motivates you as a manager?
Seeing the teams grow, staying relevant, and constantly thinking of all the possibilities we can provide our university community motivates me actually to in turn motivate the library team to excel, stay true to our purpose and objectives, to partner our students, faculty and researchers in order for them to succeed. So I mean, we cannot forget our role, and that is very critical to the success of ourselves, the library, and our users.
Well, thank you.